I need to do a better job crediting my sources because I don't even have in my note. I think it was your own Lamar's Rotary page is where I maybe got this information. Today we're going to hear from Steve Harrington, the Rotary District 5610 Conference Chair. As a member of Rotary for 30 plus years, Harrington has served in several capacities, including club president, assistant governor, district governor, and currently as our Rotary District 5610 Conference Chair. Harrington is a retired military officer who has served in the United States Navy and Air Force. He received his Bachelor's of Science degree in business from Iowa State University and holds a master's degree in business administration from our very own University of South Dakota. So please join me in welcoming Steve Harrington.
What a pleasure it is to be in Vermillion. My roots go deep here. I was born here. My father was born here. My grandfather was born here. My great-grandfather came from England, settled here, and was one of the largest cattle ranchers for a long time. My family sold a lot of property to the university across the street. Ashmore, you know where the Ashmore is? The building? Yeah, that's where my father had Christmas there. So it's always a pleasure to be here. Saddle up, Rotarians. Buckle in. I have an opportunity for you, of a lifetime. We're going on a new Rotary journey, and we can't falter, and we can't fail. You see, the world needs Rotary now more than ever. But to complete our journey as Rotarians and to be successful, we need to be educated, motivated, and inspired. You see, in our world, the poverty, despair, and hopelessness can be staggering, but there is hope. There are people of goodwill that work around the world helping to make things a better place. These people are Rotarians. You see, you are uniquely qualified to make a difference in our world. There are over 1.4 million Rotarians around the world. Over 46,000 local Rotary clubs similar to this. That's a lot of Rotarians. That's a lot of communities. That's a lot of countries. And we have the Rotary Foundation, one of the finest charities you will ever see. Check it out. 5-star, year after year. Check it out. So we have the people, the locations, the funding to make this world a better place. And we do it every day. Again, to complete our journey, we need to be educated, we need to be motivated, and inspired. How do Rotarians make a better world? How do we do it? There are 7 areas that we focus on: supporting education and literacy. More than 775 million people over the age of 15 are illiterate. That's 17% of the world's adult population. Our goal is to strengthen the capacity of communities to support basic education and literacy, to reduce the disparity in education and increase adult literacy. And how do we end poverty? How do we help in poverty? Education. I said that when I was district governor. We can help beat poverty by educating people. That's what we do. You have the Rotary Foundation. What else do we do? We care about maternal and child care. That's one of our focuses. You know, nearly 6 million children under the age of 5 die each year because of malnutrition, poor health care, and inadequate sanitation. We have clinics and different medical assistants around the world, midwives in Africa, for instance. We help them help the pregnancy be successful. And again, over 6 million children die each year from malnutrition and poor sanitation. I was involved very much with water and sanitation. That's one of my favorite. But you get to pick which of these 7 areas that you want to help. Another area we help is community and economic development. We carry out service projects that enhance economic and community development and create opportunities for decent and productive work for young and old. We also strengthen local entrepreneurs and community leaders, particularly women in impoverished communities. Nearly 800 million people live on less than $1.90 a day. Rotary members are passionate about providing sustainable solutions to poverty. So see, we have Rotarians that go to impoverished areas and help establish businesses, get things going for them. Rotarians pick what they want to help with. All right, providing clean water, sanitation, and hygiene. That's one of my favorites because, you know, if you don't have clean water, kids don't live. That contributes to the 6 million kids under the age of 5 that die because of poor water and sanitation. It's a serious dilemma. I've worked with water and safety in Haiti and in Honduras. And when they get a water well built in their communities, it's the heavens open up for them. They don't have to walk to the river or the stream to get water. Come back, half of that's contaminated. It changes the whole complexion of the community. Rotarians do that. Fighting disease. That's another one of the things we do. We educate and equip communities to stop the spread of life-threatening diseases like polio, HIV/AIDS, and malaria. We improve and expand access to low-cost and free health care in developing areas. Yet 400 million people in the world cannot afford basic health education. Disease prevention. Rotarians, good job. That's another one of the things we do. This is amazing. You belong to an amazing service organization. Promoting peace. Promoting peace. That's always been one of our focus areas. We train young people to help communities talk, nations talk back and forth. Rotary encourages conversations to foster understanding within and across cultures. We train adults and young leaders to prevent and mediate conflict and help refugees who have fled dangerous areas. Today, over 70 million people are displaced as a result of conflict, violence, persecution, and human rights violations. Half of them are children. We have Rotarians that are working on that. We added a 7th one. When I was district governor, it was 6. Now we have 7. Guess what the 7th one is? The environment. Okay? We have put that as one of our 7 focus areas, in the environment. Rotary members are tackling environmental issues the way they will always do, coming up with projects, using their connections to change policy and planning for the future. We are committed to supporting activities that strengthen conservation and the protection of natural resources, advance ecological sustainability, and foster harmony between communities and the environment. Your brothers and sisters are doing that. Rotarians, you see what you do? When you support the Rotary Foundation, half of that comes back to our district. Now, I don't know when last time you got a district grant, but pull into it. That's funding that you help raise to the foundation. Bring something here to Vermillion, be it a park, be it benches, be it food, be it education. So see, you got the Rotary Foundation. You can pull that into Vermillion here. You should do that. And then the other half goes to global projects, and you get to help decide which global projects we do. So you see, you have the ticket to it all, Rotarians. Another thing that we started doing, disaster response. Isn't that great? We've been having people help in hurricanes now. So Rotarians are compassionate people. We see an area that's affected, we say, that's not one of our focus areas, but we're going to help. You see what you do? You see what you do, Rotarians? You can be so proud of that. How many of you remember polio? Polio for year after year. A very noble thing. Could you imagine a group of volunteers eradicating a disease from the face of the earth? You know, I think it was in England, they got together and said, you know, we can do something. We got a vaccination. We can help eradicate polio. They did it in the Philippines. I think it was 1979. We did it in the Philippines. So a group of Rotarians says, let's eradicate it from the earth. Okay. And so we have contributed more than $2.1 billion towards polio. We've protected nearly 3 billion children. Think of that. 3 billion children could be crawling around in the ground, across the ground with no legs, or die. We've worked in 122 countries. We're at 99.9% eradication. We're having trouble in Afghanistan and Pakistan. As you can imagine, they're difficult areas. Volunteers that do polio vaccinations, they get assassinated, some of them. So, but what I'm saying is, look what we've done. Look what we can do. Now, when they asked me to be chair of the conference, I said, on one condition, that it's one of the best district celebrations that 5610 has ever had. They said, okay, you know, jokingly, they said, yeah, that's fine, Mr. Harrington. And so that's how I do things, okay? So what I'm saying here, this is an opportunity for you to be educated, motivated, and inspired. Now, on your Rotary journey, there's different reasons we do join Rotary. I was joined Rotary for a long time to network, you know, to make connections with people, more than I was maybe for the service and the projects, you know. But then I got involved with Rotary, and the deeper I got, I said, this is amazing. This is an amazing organization. So the deeper I got, I realized what we had. You know, Rotary has accomplished many things over its first 117 years. We've answered conflict with peace, poverty with education, death with disease prevention, and despair with hope. We will never know how different the world would have been if Rotary had never been founded, if one Rotary Club had never been chartered, or if a single Rotarian had declined the invitation to join a Rotary Club. But I will say with utmost certainty and confidence that the world is a far, far better place because of Rotary. And you're a part of that. You're a part of that. The world needs Rotary's hope, light, and goodwill. None of us will ever know the full impact of our actions of Rotary, the millions and millions of lives that we have saved, the countless tears that we have turned into smiles, and the goodwill we have given families facing a future of uncertainty with a little hope. But we must advance our Rotary journey. As I've said, to reach our full potential, we need to be educated, motivated, and inspired. And I can help you. I'll help you. We'll help you through this right here. This District celebration we're having. We know that if we can light up the flame of Rotary in you, guess what? The world's going to be a better place. If the flame of Rotary is lit up in you, the world will be a better place. That's why we do it. This year, on September 23rd, you have the opportunity to be educated, motivated, and inspired by Rotary. We hope all of you can attend. Now, to make it more appealing, we brought in a non-Rotarian speaker. And we will have a series of great breakouts, okay? And we have Greg Pod. Some of you know Greg Pod. He was Vice President of Rotary International. He's coming. And some other great Rotarians are coming. So you're going to have breakout rooms, breakout sessions that you're going to learn and grow and experience. But you're also going to have a keynote speaker. He's actually a cousin of mine. You may wonder, how did you get a Navy SEAL legend to the conference? I called him up and said, you know, I'd like to be a speaker that might entice people to come, right? So I hadn't seen him for 20-some years. He retired 3 years ago. He was on SEAL Team 6, right? So his life was classified. No one knew where he was, what he was doing. He went on missions usually at the behest of the president. So his life has been an amazing story. Now he's going to tell you some things about Navy SEALs, how he got into it. And he's going to tell you some stories. He can't go into a lot of missions, and it's not a war story thing that he's doing. But he's going to give you life lessons and leadership lessons. He's coming out with a book. He's hoping to have it done for this conference. So what I'm saying is, people would pay to hear him. It's free for you, Rotarians. This conference is free for you. So if you want to balance it with Rotary and life, come and see him. Now, on your table, if you would grab, this is on your table. If you all would take a look at that for a moment. On the back of it is the schedule, and I'll kind of fill you in on the schedule. Thursday evening, September 22nd, we are having an Iowa pork producers dinner on the river down in Sioux City. So if you don't come to anything else and you like to eat, come Thursday night. You know, I'll inspire you if you come and eat. No, seriously, that's a dinner on the river there. It used to be just for leadership. I said, no. Everybody can come. And as long as we don't run out with pork chops, you know. And then Friday's the big day. We have an opening ceremony at 9, and at noon we have breakout sessions throughout the day. And the breakout sessions, folks, if you've never been to one, they cover a wide variety of topics. You pick and choose what you want to do. And in the evening, the keynote address, well, our general banquet is at 6 o'clock, and our keynote speaker is at 7:30. All right, so if you can't come Friday, the 23rd, come and eat pork on Thursday, and come and hear the Navy SEAL legend on Friday. And I'll still give you credit for being there. Seriously, you have a lot of options with this. I know everybody's life is really busy, and I respect that, but you have some flexibility there. And then on Saturday, we'll break it up. We'll finish up with some breakout sessions and an assembly there. So, but like I say, I like to say this is a great club you have here. I have seen all the clubs in the district, and my assistant Opal, who happens to be my wife, came with me. She's more popular than me now. I go to clubs and they say, here I am, past district governor. They'll look, well, where's Opal? You know. So, but she's done a lot. She's been to a lot of the clubs around here. This is always fun to be here. You have a great club. Dave Lorenz and I are friends, very good friends. We're going to see him at Okoboji in a little bit. But it's always a pleasure being here. You've got a lot of good things going for you. I had some time with Rich. Where are you, Rich? There you go. What are you doing with your back to me? Did I offend you that much? Just kidding. I got to visit with Rich here. He was at Betsy Mitchell. That was nice. And that was preparatory for the president. So everything we do at the district is designed for you. That's it. We, at the district level, this is where the rubber meets the road, okay? This is where rubber meets the road, right at these clubs. So when you're attending your meetings every week, know that your brothers and sisters around the world are working and doing things. And, I'm not taking away from your local community because that's important too. I've seen parks by Rotary Club members. I've seen, different safety things, health things. So you do a lot in your community, but realize what you're a part of, something really great. You are changing the world just by being a Rotarian. We're committed to making the world a better place. So, you're welcome to be, we anticipate the evening speaking thing to be pretty full. We have seating for 500, maybe 600. We anticipate Rotarians get the first bite of the apple. We want you to come to hear, or at least hear him, and then we're going to fill it up with people from the public and some other people. So we're going to fill up his presentation there, and so we're looking forward to that. So I think I've covered everything I wanted to say about the conference. So, my friends, I ask you to be that Rotarian who makes a difference in this world. Let your life and Rotary legacy be that service to others came before yourself. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you got the message. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve, for your presentation today, and Opal for joining him. I would agree I probably like you better than Steve, too, and I don't even know Steve that well, so that's not fair. Maybe real quick, and Steve, I know you're already down at your table, but if anybody had any questions, did you want to ask real fast while we still have Steve right here?
monitor them over time, to provide assistance over time, and when they feel totally independent, we do that. Yes, we do get it in community and economic development. Yeah, well, sewing machines in Peru. We did help some ladies develop some sewing machine operations and produce so they could develop product, and we followed them for a while. Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
And I will mention, you know, the Ukraine is big in our news right now. I've been in touch with Rotary clubs out of Poland, and boy, those people are just doing so much for Ukraine. They're sending medical supplies and clothes and food and generators. So you see, Rotarians see, you know, over there, it's a lot closer to them. The Rotary club can see something and say, we got to do something. And that's just an example to show you how pre-active Rotary is. And I see it around the world, and it's quite a family we belong to, you know. So, I'm sorry. Yes.
Related to Cecil Harrington?
Yes, I believe so. Yes. I was really Harrington's Cecil.
Cecil and Mary.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Tell him Steve says hi.
Oh, very good. Any other questions for Steve while we still have him? Wonderful. All right. Thank you again, Steve, for that wonderful presentation. Of note, if you didn't notice yet on the sign-up sheet, yes, you can fill out this registration form and submit it. Or also there is a www.rotary5610.org, so you're sure welcome to register there. Remember, Sioux City's just in our backyard, so it's real easy to make a day trip and back and forth and back and forth. I do want to thank Opal for being our guest. I apologize, didn't have you introduced in the beginning. Shame on me for that, but thank you for being here. Any other news or announcements for the good of the order?